Are you ready to rumble? Welcome to the second game of the Semper Community Series, and today with an absolute banger, with a game that could have been even the grand final. Well, we'll see. Supershy versus the Lootbox Legends. It's gonna be an absolute treat, and it's gonna be casted by yours truly, by Chris, and of course, who else but the real Yami OW.
Thank you, Chris. I'm glad to be here, to be casting such a banger, of course, featuring my dream duo, featuring you. I think we're in for a treat today. We saw Supershy popping off last week already. They've been clearing the floor with Anaconda. And today they have got to deal with Lootbox Legends.
Yes, sir. You already said it. Supershy, they have shown their power last week, but also, well, they were expected to be that dominant, to be honest. I mean, Supershy is a staple now for some time, and they have always been attracting big names, big players. And, well, some would say it's rather unsurprising. But I would say today we have probably their biggest challenge in the group phase because they have the Lootbox Legends in front of them. They haven't played last week. They had their break. So it's basically their first game. Yeah. But, well, what a game to warm up, I guess, for the tournament. It's not...
Yeah, definitely.
I was about to say it's not going to get easier from here, but I suppose that is actually the case.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. First to two, though, unfortunately, today, quote-unquote, unfortunately, because, of course, we want to see these Titans go at each other in, well, along the game. Maybe later in the tournament, but, first to two today. And, well, I would say let us talk about the teams. Because, of course, well, maybe some of you haven't heard of them, which would be quite the shame. Let's start on Lootbox Legends, on the challengers, basically, of the throne, Supershy, who have been treated like the absolute favorites of this tournament. Rightfully so, we gotta add. They know that themselves, of course. They are gonna be very pumped for this game, but let's have a look at our challengers. For now, we have the actual Melio here on the DPS lineup, the Dane superstar. You could say probably the best player even on this team, and that is already something to say. Every single player here has some tier 2 or even higher experience.
Yeah.
So Melio, one of them. Absolutely. And Melio, for example, a DPS expert, has been clashing with Yazan and Elvicate back in Season 7 and 8 for rank 1 on the EMEA DPS ladder. So this guy has definitely seen it all and clicked it all. Almost made it to the Overwatch World Cup, for Denmark, but, well, unfortunately got eliminated right at the last phase of the tryouts. Otherwise, he might have been an OWWC veteran. But, well, of course, he's going to be ambitious. There is always a next time, and this guy has definitely a bright future in front of him. Next to him on the DPS line, we have Lilin, who is also a well-versed veteran, has been playing Class Clash as DPS for Brawl Party with a top 6 finish. Unfortunately, well, didn't make it to the World Cup, but I would have said this guy definitely would have had the talent to do so. Also a Tracer specialist, so this meta might benefit or will benefit him absolutely. Then we have Deme on the tank, who is ringing today, quote unquote, unfortunately, but welcome here on the team. Last minute came in from Cyprus. We'll see what he can do. Of course, now as a last minute sub, it's never easy, and especially if you're against Supershy. But well, this is the time to prove that you're good at this game. On the support line, we have Panda, who is a young Spanish main support prodigy, top 500 peak, also top 53 to be exact. So this guy definitely has seen top 100 and has been playing alongside the best Lucio specialist. And at his side today, also ringing is Tomex, the Estonian prodigy, who also played alongside Lilin in the Class Clash and Brawl Party. So just wow, this roster. And we're going to see if they can challenge the best, if they can challenge Supershy.
Yeah, most definitely. As you already said, on the roster of Lootbox Legends, a lot of names you should have heard of, or at least you could have heard of. A lot of players who have proven themselves on the international stage. Moving on to Supershy, there is a lot of prodigies as well. First, on the tank lineup, exactly, it's no other than Hitari. You already saw them last week, wiping the floor with Anaconda. To be exact, we've got the same lineup, which has been playing for Supershy last week. Hitari, of course, has been playing for Team Germany in the Overwatch World Cup. Of course, a name you have to recognize. Then we have the DPS line, which is featuring Park and Zoro. Zoro, who is talking of themselves being an goated tennis player. I hope we are gonna see some kind of I don't know, results of that later. Park, who is giving us the info that he is playing all of the matches shirtless, and of course, nonetheless, the support line, which is featuring Tikuno and Sobek, two of those players who have been keeping the pressure alive all the time last week. So I think they are gonna look out to keep it alive today again. I don't know if I've got a clear favorite for today, but I hope it's just gonna be a close matchup. I hope we're gonna see some great Overwatch today, and I hope none of those players are gonna gift each other's like any point percentages, any meters on the payload. What are you thinking?
I would love to not see a C9 this time around. That would be very nice. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. In case that is possible. But other than that, well, you have to say Supershy, of course. They are the bigger team, basically. They have the bigger names. But rank-wise and talent-wise, well, Lootbox Legends can definitely go toe-to-toe without a doubt. They are basically in the challenger, in the underdog position, but they are definitely the strongest opponent in this group for sure. So, well, I would definitely go with Supershy, to be honest, but I want to make this close, and I would love Lootbox Legends to actually take victory and prove me wrong, or prove everybody wrong outside who is watching the stream and think, okay, Supershy has this in the back. So, Lootbox Legends, this is for you guys. Make us proud.
Exactly. Yeah, I think we are definitely in for a banger of a matchup today. You said it earlier. Those are probably the most experienced and the most or the strongest teams, I should rather say, in the champion division. So we might see both of them later on again, maybe in the playoffs, maybe even in the grand finals. We'll see. I'm stoked, bro.
Absolutely. Oh boy. This really feels like a grand final to me, which is why I'm wearing a suit, just for you guys.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Also, again, to remind you, this is a first to two series, so, you know, little short and sweet. Maybe. It would be funny to see us not just go to map 3, but also to map 4 if there's a draw on hybrid. That is
exactly.
We're going to start on Nepal, by the way. So, control, nice and easy, as per usual. And after that, it's going to be hybrid, as said. Would be funny if we would see a draw. And escort, if we make it to map 3 and map 4, would then be Flashpoint if it's played. But Nepal is next on the menu, and the players are absolutely pumped. They are ready to leash out at each other. So let us head into the arena. Let's witness the gladiators.
Yes,
fight
sir.
For blood and honor. It is Nepal. Sanctum at first. What would you expect as comps from these teams?
I mean, Sanctum is a pretty close-range map, so Brawly or Rush style of comps are pretty, I'd say usual over here, like regular, and we're gonna see some kind of that coming out from Supershy. They are going to play some kind of a Orisa Rush, I think, with the Hanzo, so some kind of poke damage. That is going to be interesting, while Lootbox Legends are more opting for some kind of a Monkey Kiriko Rush. So one of those teams is going to play for clear momentum, and one of those teams is just going to play for consistency. I'm very stoked to see what is surviving.
Just also, a little info for you. You see now a player named Reiner that is keeping for you. Playing on a different name. so the lineups, they are correct as we saw them here. It's gonna be some focus. See a lot of respect from these teams. They don't know what is gonna happen next, so of course, have the Sojourns that are the ones poking the damage. Zoro has a lot of people there on him, and now there's gonna be the tracer dive from Lilin going in from the side. Definitely being a loose. Zoro has to use recall a little bit earlier, but there's no kill coming in on him. But Pack takes out Dimmy. That is the Winston already down, and without a tank, that is usually something that you don't like to see. Maybe there's something like a tracer. Nope, you see that instantly Lootbox Legends, they run for the hills and regroup again.
Yeah, like you just saw Supershy putting on the pressure. Like there was not a lot of space for Lootbox to get any info or get any engages going, and it just results in them taking the point, taking the space. Works just fine.
Also good. Get this point pressure now finally. Make it a little bit on the point. That's a lot of pressure on the Pack who has to get out, but should be fine for him now. A lot of pressure as well as the packing up from the side. Lilin in a lot of danger. Trying to play his recall then. There's gonna be the Kitsune rush now. Wait, Lilin takes out Reiner. Well, Hitori Reiner. So that's gonna be great. But Tikunu takes out Lilin. So it's a 4-4, but without the tank it's gonna be very hard. But them is so low. It has to be healed up. But that's gonna be the pulse from the Pack is so huge. The comics of the Kitsune rush was just used. But at this point, this might be already the end of the team fight, but at least they will try to flip point it. They didn't do it though. They're still contesting. But now fighting, they take it away. But what a scrappy fight this is.
Yeah, great percentages for Supershy. Like they're both 50% already. Like that is a pretty good spot for Supershy because you can just retake point now. Since
Lilin. That's not ideal. Well, there you go. That's the trace already. And then also on the sort of a lot of press. And he was so close to Primal as well. No, absolutely not. And also the point got flipped in the meantime. So Lilin off the map. There he dies a little bit too early to pop his ultimate. Zoro now takes out Melio, his counterpart, and that's just gonna be the cleanup as also Panda not gonna make it out. Supershy, a great position maybe to finish this 70% and counting. 3 ultimates available for them, but also 4 on the other hand, and of course the overclock is gonna be so crucial, but Sobek has to counter it, so not gonna be that easy of a feat.
It's gonna be close to final fight here, if I'm going to be honest. Like Lootbox has the slight hold advantage, but they have to use it to get any space at first. Like that is going to be wrong.
This ends now.
Keep this out as much as I can. Maybe force out a cooldown. There's gonna be Melio now going in. There's gonna be the kill with the Kudo. That is exactly what we expect from the Dane Superstar. So that is a fantastic kill to take out the Kitsune like that. But now there's gonna be both beats on the field, and all the ults are gonna be used here. Tomix takes out Reiner. It looks good as they are resetting. No, he's just resetting, I guess. Reiner dead. Sobek is gonna get juggled here to death, so that's okay. That was a reset. The other one didn't really look like a reset.
Yeah. I mean, also pretty good for the side of Lootbox. They got the flip pretty early on, so they have got like about 20% already, and still counting up. So they might have opened the window to get back into the
It's gonna be from both sides. Oh, it takes out David. That is not good. The Winston is gone, and Sobek also takes Stomachs down in his own Kitsune rush. So now this is the position Supershy would love to be in, as they now will flip the point, and there's gonna be desperation time now. Panda trying to juggle around. Look at how low he is, but he has to go somehow into the disruption field to touch. Very clever from Zoro to use that. And Supershy will take Sanctum, but oh boy, I have to say, the class of Overwatch we are witnessing is, as expected, so high. Well, what is the Mount Everest compared to that?
Yeah, I mean, you saw at that last fight, you saw just both Kitsunes crushing onto each other's. Like you had the Kitsune with Monkey and you had the Kitsune with Orisa. Well, you see who is going to last longer. Them just plopping like an egg. Like that was just painful. The average main take experience, if you want like if you want it like that. Now we're heading to Village, which is going to be the Mauga coming out from Italy.
I guess they expected that Demi is gonna stick to the Winston. It's also be more of a Winston from the Sir himself, so of course he's not gonna like the... Well, how is he called again?
You mean the scientist?
Yeah, no, I mean Mauga. I mean the Mauga.
I see.
The minigun man. And be ready, of course. But you see that they may instantly swap to the Doomfist. So we are gonna stick to a more divey composition, but of course the Doomfist has it a little bit easy against the Mauga. You know, not as comfortable in zone. Takes out Lilin first on the sidelines. Paul for Ryan to go in. Is gonna get punched though into the backline, but has his E still up. Good Suzu though. That should be a kill, but the Suzu will save him from him.
No way.
And Lootbox Legends, they have to bail for now and wait for Lilin to come back.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it on Sanctum already, like Eatery, Rhino, however you want to call them, just so good at getting all of the attention, so Zoro is just free to do whatever he wants, and he's just getting those opening picks pretty much every fight.
Also, they are staggering themselves.
Yeah.
They also said it right now. They are really reacting to the Pixie and the Mauga. Still, even though he got nerfed a lot, he's just in a good spot. Always just an unpopular hero in general, but still, his power level still quite high. Emilio tries to be a nuisance. He has to copy. Gets the Kiriko though. I'm sure he did not want to go with the Kiriko here, but instead was aiming for Reiner, but he's not gonna get the Mauga. Copy will be taken out. Tomix, oh look at that, Reiner going ham. They just know what to do here with this very aggressive tank pick, and we have to say Lootbox Legends, they don't look as good as, well, as even as they did on Sanctum.
Yeah, pretty much of a rock solid performance coming out from Supershy so far. Melio even getting staggered here onto the last fight, probably again. Probably Demo, who is gonna have to touch in desperation. That is gonna be a tough fight to take for them.
Barely didn't force out any ultimates. They're still sitting pretty on almost 4 ultimates there. The team of Supershy is gonna be the overclock now from Zoro to scare them away. They have to just touch that. Beat is gonna be used though to engage, and Melio finds Sobek though, and Lilin with the pull spot gets the kill onto Zoro. That is what you need now, but they have to invest so much. They are just gonna have that Meteor Strike ready. On the other half though, look at that. They have kept literally 3 ultimates. Only Zoro's overclock has been used. The rest ready to be burned.
Yeah, Supershy has been playing it super confident, super disciplined. That's just, I don't know, you just don't see stuff like that every day. They are just keeping them on the edge right now.
How are you gonna dry fight this? It's almost impossible against such impactful ultimates. Reiner just looking for somebody to box in. I think...
Even the symbol just splitting Lootbox so good, and now you've got the Mauga cage, like there's just nothing you can do if you're on Lootbox's side right now. Just got smashed.
Oh my, there you go. The cleanup is here. Supershy will take the first map home on Nepal. 2-0. We have to say though, Lootbox Legends, at least on Sanctum, they were absolutely toe-to-toe. But they can stagger too much on Village. There were too many kills on both Lilin and Melio that just cost time.
Yeah. Like, as a
Luxio pop.
Yeah, you don't see that as often. But he was trying to keep the team in the right pace, I should say. Trying to get those engages right, so their team gets to, I don't know, stack up and keep the dream alive of map 1. But I don't know, maybe they just wanted to give Supershy the first map so they can heat up and make it a close matchup. I'm hoping for it, because I don't want to see another stomp, I'm gonna be honest.
I will be sad as well. We have been hyping this matchup as the clash of the Titans, and talent-wise, rank-wise, name-wise, this is the match to watch. But right now, Supershy is just, again, showing why they are the grand favorites. Again, just such a good cohesion, so much individual talent as well on this roster. And also, we have to not forget, though, for the sake of Lootbox Legends, they're playing with 2 ringers right now. So it's very rough for them, of course, to adjust to that. Maybe there are some swaps coming in. I would at least think so. We've also heard that that some people might come in late, but We'll see about that. Might let's hope it's not too late, of course, to snatch away 2 more maps from Supershy. It's definitely going to be rough, but for now we have to head into a small break, really just a small break. So don't go anywhere. We're going to be going to Hybrid next to Lootbox Legends. We'll choose the map 1-0 for Supershy, but it's not over yet.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Greetings! Welcome back from the little break between the rounds here, between the Titans, between the Giants, between Supershy versus Lootbox Legends with Supershy in the lead. And we've been talking a little bit off screen about this game. And Yami, tell us a little bit about the problems the Lootbox Legends had, especially on Sanctum earlier on the map Nepal.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a look on Sanctum, as I said earlier, Lootbox Legends was playing some kind of a comp that was relying on momentum, that was relying to set up some kind of dives to strike on isolated targets, while Supershy was just more playing on consistency, staying alive and stuff. And if you're looking on the lineup we see today from Lootbox Legends, they are playing with 2 ringers, one of them being the tank. So if you're playing with other players that are not like as familiar with your lineups, with your coordination and stuff, like it's just going to be rough to set up for comps that are especially relying on coordination, on coordinated dives, stuff like that. And you just saw it, especially on Sanctum, I think. Like, Supershy was just putting their foot on the gas pedal, they were just rolling over them, and there was not a lot Lootbox Legends could do there. I've heard they have been picking Blizzard World as second map, so that is a map which is more poke reliant, I would say. So maybe we are going to see some other comps coming out from both of the teams, which is going to be interesting. If I remember correctly, last week we've been playing Midtown as we were casting Supershy, so we might see a new strategy coming out from them as well. What are you thinking?
I mean, really depends. It's like comparing apples and pears, to be honest, because we were talking about Anaconda at that time. Now we're talking about Lootbox Legends, a whole different caliber of enemy team. Even with the ringers, this is still, individually speaking, one, if not the best team aside of Supershy and maybe Semper Fusion to challenge them. So I would have said that's gonna be very dive heavy from both teams. I know that Hitori, for example, well, he is a Winston Gunso, right? They pick Blizzard World, so of course you can play the poke, but if you have a good dive, well, hell yeah, play the good dive if you can. We also see that Lootbox Legends is doing just the same because they have Demo, who also seems to be very Winston heavy. You have Lilin, who is an absolute tracer prodigy, you could say. Yeah, and Menace and Melio is just Melio. He's just gonna find a way to click some heads, and let's see if that's gonna happen. It comes out on the Widow, which is probably gonna be for the pop shot though, just to clear high ground, see if it can take somebody out. Doesn't seem like. Oh, is he actually gonna stay though? He goes forward a lot, it seems like.
I mean, if the rest of his team is just gonna provide the space and take the attention, it could be working, but it's gonna be tough against Hitori. Like, they are going in already, and that's just rough.
Even there's bait, which also means that Hitori is not in the back to help his team out. Tomex will take the duel though against Zoro, but Lilin helps him out in the back, and we have to say the bait they set up, that nice Widowmaker on main works just fine. Because without Hitori in the back, you have the entire backline to dive. And would you look at that, a whole different look of Lootbox Legends just on this first point. That should be the cap for them. Great performance so far.
Yeah, that was clean, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't even expecting playing so hard on the bait, but it was working very well.
Yep. And he absolutely took it. the hooks, the lines, the sinkers, they were all out. Perfectly executed so far. It's going to be point B now, ready to see also both dives in action, because point B also very dive heavy, because you have to control the high ground, especially against the soldiers. You have to deny them as much as you can. It's going to be very hard to get so aggressive position. Might find the purple on the Demi, but get out just fine. See how they can make space back. And Lillian exchanging some pleasantries. Cheeky hit on the
Like, if you're on the side of Supershy right now, they just have the superior positioning. They are just taking the high ground, they can take the initiative, they can dictate the space and the pace right now. So, yeah, Lootbox have to invest in Kitsune to even take the space on 4. Brilliant! Pop it.
Good stuff. They just took the diversion here, and the great pulse bomb is gonna open this team fight wide open. It's also Sobek dies to him. Demi commits that primal rage in the back to smack Zoro in the face. Even though Melio dies, they should still be stable enough for Lootbox Legends to gain some space. They will push the card a little bit. Oh, and Kitori just makes it out with a slither of HP. Good for them. They also gonna come on maybe a nano overclock potentially. Also be great, but Panda would have the beat for it.
Yeah. And again, Supershy is taking the high ground. So Lootbox Legends don't bother taking the high ground, taking the superior positioning just because they are gonna force payload. But well, that's a lot of damage Dem is facing right here.
Winston, unfortunately already deleted. Of course, without the Winston, it's very awkward to take space here. Zoro, D4 target is just sitting pretty on that overclock. So they win this teamfight basically for free. Didn't even have to commit an ultimate. On the other hand, though, also coming up on a few. Melio ready to commit his own overclock. So it might be a great Scandinavian battle for the King of Sojourn. Potentially, but there's gonna be a nano involved. So Zoro might win it out in the end. It's gonna be a rough one, definitely.
I mean, if we have a look at the old economy, Supershy is slightly ahead. They might have the advantage if they get the right timing. Already going into the rotation of Lootbox. Trying to get a pick. White.
This ends now.
Wait, that's huge. The pulse bomb also would be ready for Liliman. Zoro's now going to commit the overclock. There's not enough space to work with. Now gets into position, might shoot something, but they just make it into safety, and that is the overclock gone for now. Oh, Tituri is going to eat that pulse bomb without any salt or mustard to back it up. And again, the Lootbox Legends, their slow pace works out just fine, and that could be second point cap if they keep up the pace. But they lose damage.
I mean, that is going to be rough to keep the space without your tank. But Tomic's getting the pop on Sekuno. Kitori has to invest the primal to keep his team alive, keep their team alive, my bad. And yeah, they are just cleaning up the fight. Coming up from them.
That hurts. That hurts. What was happening there? The Dimmer just died there. A little bit of a desync between the supports. We don't really know, but definitely that kill was absolutely team fight winning there. You lose your Winston like that. They have spawned advantage. Hitori is just around the corner with that primal rage. You're just ready to commit. Now what do you do here? Dimmer has the primal rage up. Pulse bomb could be ready. Anything else though is not really up for Supershy right now, but of course a pulse bomb can turn the course of a team fight faster than he can look. Demme has to commit now his primal rage just to make sure that everybody looks at him, tries to juggle, maybe the break off the no, doesn't need to, will just kill it, but there's gonna be the pulse bomb now from Pac. On the other hand, on the Panda, Little Nick's extremely low, 1 HP. The French OWWC player knows it, goes after it, and that is another cleanup for the likes of Supershy. Oh, Thomas is also going to get a little bit of a stagger here, but not too much. A little bit fair about it. It's now down to around 60 seconds for Lootbox Legends to make something happen.
I mean, it was looking pretty good for Lootbox Legends to, like, capture second point, but then Demme died in a really unfortunate timing. So now they are close to roughly half a minute left, 40 seconds right now, as we are speaking, so it is going to be last fight right here. They have to make it work.
Linen needs to make a play. Linen needs to hit the full form of his life if he wants to turn this around, but now it's gonna be the Kitsune rush right into the Nexus. Oh, but they're gonna counter it with their own, make it onto point here, so at least they hide away from the enemy Kitsune rush, and that is actually quite great, but the overclock is gonna be committed here from Zoro. Beat will counter that whole spot committed as well, but Linen doesn't hit anything. Melio's out of position, Zoro sees it, but still the kills, they keep coming in for the Lootbox Legends. They need to finish this off. They are up one, but Kitori has the prime rage, gets very angry, juggles Melio off, but doesn't get the kill here, unfortunately, but still they are fighting here for that point, but it will not matter at all. In the end, the Lootbox Legends, they will cap this point, but my was that close.
Yeah, great work from Tomix right there. keeping Melee alive while getting juggled by Hitori. Like, that was one hell of a fight, and I've got to say, Lootbox Legends, they had to fight, they had to bleed for the second point, but they got it, and that's what happened.
Yes, sir. I guess really the ringers coming in handy right now. That's a whole different Lootbox Legends than what we saw in Nepal. They need a little bit of a warm-up. Let's see if they can get this done. Good primal ratio, the reaction is just right, so you will survive the pulse bomb here. Litten also with the kill out as well, that is great, but Demi needs to be careful, of course. The hitbox is very large from a primaling Winston, and he knows it himself. He's gonna go back to his team and regroup. And that is the position you need, and Lilin also close to the pulse bomb. Sobek would have a beat to answer anything aggressive that they would throw at Supershy.
Yeah, I mean, Demo was clearing a lot of space with the finals, so they got a lot of card triggers from that. And now it's down to overcoming, and Sobek's gonna let the beat drop, and that is gonna be the cleanup from Supershy.
Also, the time could be better, absolutely. The Kitsuna from Tomix would be there. So Takuno is close to theirs. Ovid will just get it. Almost dies here too. Imagine that. It's gonna be the touch. Then needs to be the touch though. Lilin will get into position, will make it also there. Force one would ready. Zoro also kind of low, but gets moved away now. There's gonna be the recall though, committed. They may back on the Doomfist here. They swap up comp in the end. But look at that pack with the kill on Amelia, but the stick works just fine. Both soldiers in the grave. And who is gonna prevail? If Atomics will get a very unpleasant visit. Who takes two? And that's gonna be the cleanup here. They mop the floor with the remains of Lootbox Legends. And that's gonna be it for their push. But what a formidable push it was. And Supershy again, they just know what to play. And especially Hitori on that Winston.
Yeah, I mean, like, Supershy had a rough start into the last fight. I think it was Takuno. Not quite getting the best Kitsune of his life. So yeah, Lootbox had a very much better positioning of their Kitsune, like straight on to the point. But Hitori just being there when their team needs them the most, popping off, getting 3 final blows in the last fight. That is exactly what you wanna see coming out from your tank, and they're just proving themselves. And everybody who's watching the stream right now, or who's in the lobby right now, why they have been playing for Team Germany in the World Cup, just proving themselves once and once again.
Yes, sir. Let's see. It's gonna be a rough one, of course, for Lootbox Legends, but they surely have been playing in rougher spots, even though the enemy, or rather the opponent, is Supershy today. We'll see. Come on, Chad, where are you at? Go on, give it up for your teams, man. These players, they are definitely ripping, well, their backside open for you. So make sure blow up the chat with whoever you think is gonna win this. See if the Lootbox Legends can prevail after all. We see though a comp swap, Emilio, on the Cassidy. So you see they are somewhat going onto, well, we could call this an anti-air dive? A little bit.
I mean, it's more of a regular dive, but with
gas.
capacity. Yeah. It is. You don't see that as often, but if it's going to work, so if it's going to work, no one is gonna ask about that. So just keep rolling until it doesn't work.
I hear a little bit of a skepticism in your voice. See about that?
No.
Wait a minute, they're also stuck in that little room, but Demi is there to help them out. They give a tick though away to the enemy team, but at least they get a kill. Lilin so low, very low, has to head to the health pack. Is just gonna make it. That's gonna be the second tick. Also secured by Supershy. They need to jump the point in the last second. They're now gonna touch it, but there are no kills coming in. Now as we speak though, Lilin will change the pace with the kill of the Sobek. Hitori also eats the sleep, he needs to get out, but will just make it actually, but Tikuno won't. So Melio, actually that Cassidy doing work. That's 2 kills from him, and the bubble is perfectly placed by them to keep the Cassidy alive. And there you go. That's more than a minute already off the clock.
That was very disappointing and very well played by Lootbox Legends. Just fighting into the right building. Like if you just be set up on the high ground behind the point, the comp of Supershy is just gonna rush you down. Like if you play right side into the building, you just have the natural cover and you can just sustain way longer. But you have to give up 2 ticks, so it's going to be rough to play for some similar strategy again.
Now you have an old economy that you can build on. Cassidy also some big pressure to pack. And they will have the high ground here. They rotate again around that route where they were earlier, but Demi also doesn't have his primer, so he can't really go in too aggressive. Linden has have pack under control. It's gonna be the bubble now on to Melio though.
Yeah,
Nano. Oh, the Nano. Wait, what happened to him? There's gonna be the post bomb down to Tomex, so that's gonna be an issue. And almost the Ajax here now. They will lose the point eventually. There was too much chaos coming in. They banged on Melio's high noon, which got perfectly denied by the legends themselves. It is no one then Hitori with that bubble of dreams. And now it's just gonna be a cleanup. So let's see how they will play point B and if Melio is gonna stick to the cast.
I mean, it was a decent hold by Lootbox. Like, I'm gonna be honest, they hold them for quite some time and they forced out a lot of ults in the last fight, like both support ults and ults coming out from Supershy. So I think we should be quite happy with that.
Actually, Melio is gonna stick to the cast. Seems to be happy with the value he gets. And also he has been hitting his shots. I mean, it's Melio after all. He definitely knows how to hit those. Linden being a nuisance, having the full spawn up. Splitting also the team a little bit. There's like, oh, look at that! And he just realized that could have been such a good kill, but Zoe will now pop his overclock Melio and start towards the power. Melio, the kill! The shutdown is great. He will trade his life for it, but it doesn't matter. That ultimate is gone, and Demi now on the primal rage trying to juggle Kikuno to death. Will not get the kill though, unfortunately. Now they have to somehow get the kills in. They have to clean up because the point is just moving. Dem is still on it. Lilin though around the corner will help him out. Has to reload here. That could have been the kill of the Sobek there. And then go Demi with the 2-piece onto that. And they will hold a little bit longer. It's gonna be a tiny bit of a stagger onto Hitori. Look at that. They stabilize out of basically nowhere. Just a few meters away from losing point B.
Yeah, and they're close to 4 ults right now, so they have got quite a massive ult advantage right now. They just have to play it out right, and they should be good to keep it contested for at least 1 or 2 more fights. Like if you just get to stabilize and hold the good ult economy that you're facing right now, you should be at a good advantage on this side of Lootbox.
They can rotate this correctly, but Melio under so much pressure, trusting his support, get the job done. Linden jumps onto the point here. Beat will be committed here. Panda, first ultimate to go. Actually with Melio together, who has to cancel it though. Getting into a position here. There's going to be the nano now onto Demi. Now look at how scattered everybody is. The entire team's Supershy is playing. Look at him go! 3 kills! The Cassidy just running wild. What a man! He just took this team fight almost by himself, and they still have 2 more ultimates to spend.
I just want to say at this point, I was never questioning the Cassidy. All right, like we don't talk about that. Like he has just been cooking so far. He has been holding Supershy down on his own the last fight, and probably even the fight before. That is some masterclass of a hit-scan DPS we're seeing right now.
Well, now I feel bad that I questioned his Cassidy pick there earlier. Well, that is bad. Well, I apologize to you, Milo, please. Don't click me, thank you. Oh, damn it, there's gonna be a lot of space for me. And that loop, but the point, don't forget about that. The sleep out the pack was good, but they cannot finish off the kill on to the Tracer. It's gonna be the recall force for now, but they may. Oh, needs to jump on the point, but they don't make it. Oh no, that is so painful. That was so well played from Lootbox Legends, but in the end, they will lose the point. They were stable enough to keep it alive as well. He goes chasing down targets, maybe to go for Stagger Killer instead. Might be the Stagger himself. It's going to be the Suzu though, coming just in time for them to survive. And now let's see Lootbox Legends with around 2 minutes on the clock for Supershy. Can they hold them?
Like if you Lootbox Legends, you cannot get picked early right now. Like if you get picked early here, it's over. Like that's the matchup. It's close to 1 fight for Supershy to take the map and take the series.
Perfectly played. Talking to wins, well partner, Emilio God, and that should be it even with the nano deployed here. There's nothing left of Lootbox Legends to bury. It is such a sad development. Nah, not really. It's also gonna be the overclock committed. Wow.
That is
Man.
just painful. Like,
Oh, you can just... Yeah, please go on.
Yeah, exactly the moment you were feeling like Lootbox was coming alive, like Melio popping, getting a good ult economy, stepping up, and just slipping out of their hands, like just getting snowballed onto the last point, and just losing it in the final momentum. Like, yeah, damn it, popping off in the pod G here. It's very unfortunate that it is not going to be enough to face or at least to overtake Supershy, which have been showing quite the performance as well as last week. Not a lot you can say against them.
Absolutely not. Man, that's so sad. Lootbox Legends. Point B, that would have been their point to hold. That would have been the story of this tournament, of this group phase at least. But I kinda see 9. Kinda. And then point C, unfortunately, they just get snowballed off the back of Pax Pulse Bomb onto Panda. It's so painful, but man, one can only applaud. They really, on Nepal, it really looked like they had to somewhat get into a rhythm, to get used to the ringers. And we have to say the adjustment over those 5 minutes between the games.
Yeah.
Really. Cheers.
Yeah.
Absolutely props to them. It was fantastic. And, well, the game is over, but the stream is not. So we're going to have some voices coming in for you. Give us a tiny break and we'll set up some interviews for you. So, tiny pause for you. See you in a bit. All right, welcome back. As promised, we have some voices for you in this Clash of the Titans, and the first one is going to be none less than Melio himself, the Danish superstar, the Danish superstar from Lootbox Legends. Hello there, my man. How are you doing?
What's up? I'm chill.
You're chill, as always, man. I watch your streams and I know how chill you are. So, first of all, welcome to the interview, and of course, it's never easy to lose, but still, what's running through your head right now? Even though you're chill, but still.
I mean, not much. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we didn't really expect to do insanely well since we like had a tank ringer, and I haven't scrimed with the team yet, so it was kind of like a last minute thing.
Yeah, kind of a rough situation.
Oh yeah, but we still tried our best. That's all we can do.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, that's the mindset, man. We were definitely enjoying the game, especially Blizzard World. We were, I guess, kind of rooting for you, even though we are supposed to be, you know, well, not for one side, but this time though, you know, we wanted you to come back. We really wanted to, and
Yeah, we almost did. Like we almost got the
Yeah.
staples on second point defense.
Yeah, you were popping off, I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, that Cassidy pick. Let's talk about that Cassidy pick for a moment. How do you think about Cassidy currently, and also why did you play him here on Blizzard World?
I mean, the reason why I played Cass is very simple. It's just because we swapped on defense. We swapped to Brick Anna, which is a more slow-paced comp where Sojourn might not get as much value because Sojourn is a very mobile hero, right? We play on attack when we play Kiriko and Lucio because we can go very aggressive with it, and Sojourn can follow up. But we don't need to be able to do that on defense with Brick and Anna.
Yeah, exactly. Makes sense.
Yep.
So it's just more slow style.
And we're also arguing that Cassie also just is a good pick against their comp, and you are just a very capable player who knows how to click heads. So I guess things come together in that case. So Park definitely had to have more respect for you, for sure, on the Tracer against the Cass. Well, now you've talked about the team being kind of fresh. You haven't scrimmed with them, and you also had that ringer situation. But still, how do you look at this tournament? What do you think are your chances to win?
Well, I'm not really certain about that yet. We gotta have a bit more scrimming and a bit more knowledge. Then I think we might have a good chance at least.
Yeah.
Like the team just needs a bit more practice. That's all. I think anything is possible with practice. Like anybody can get anywhere in this game if you just practice a lot.
Definitely.
You heard it here first, chat. You heard it from him, from Milio himself. There you go. Always keep practicing, and you might reach somewhere. And definitely, we are believing in it today, even though you had the ringer situation. All, as you said, you did your best. You looked well, and you look good. And we are absolutely thrilled to see you throughout the tournament. The tournament is still long, and you guys have a lot of time to improve. And I'm sure we will see a different Lootbox Legends later. Just a little, a little anecdote though. Earlier when you were on stream, who do you think was the one reminding you to come to the tournament?
Either was it was probably you because it was somebody called Chris.
Greetings, yours truly.
That's fun.
Yeah,
I forget stuff sometimes. I guess everybody does.
No problem, man. No problem. If you're on the grind, that happens, man. That happens. No issues. No problem. Glad that you could make it though, and that you were also this base to just leave the comp game.
Oh, yeah, of course.
For the team, man.
It's more important.
Yes, sir. And as per usual, to close out the interview, any last words you want to give to anyone?
No, not really. Like I'm just gonna, I'm gonna go chill now, guys. I'm gonna, go watch some Netflix or something.
Yeah, sounds pretty
Nice
good.
one. Mood, man. Mood. Yeah, all right. Then enjoy your Netflix. Enjoy chilling, man, and see you soon. See you on stream as well. Big fan.
Yeah, good luck in the rest of the tourney for you guys.
Thank you. See ya.
See
See
you
ya.
around.
All right. The real Melio, man. Cool.
Exactly.
Absolutely honored, I have to say. I was truly honored. But yeah, the next one for you on the line is from the winner team, which is the big favorite from Supershy, and it's going to be the counterpart of Melio in this case. It's going to be Zoro, my man.
Hello.
Welcome.
How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing just good. I'm doing just good. I just came off from a LAN in the UK as well, like insomnia. So I've got enough sleep. You know,
Mhm.
feeling
You've been on
good.
the grind.
Exactly.
Yeah, sounds fucking amazing, bro. Like, you guys have shown us another clean sweep today. Um, how are you feeling? Is there any team in the tournament that is probably going to deliver you a loss?
I don't believe so. No, I think we're pretty confident. I think we can win the whole thing quite easily. If something like the ones we played now were probably like the hardest opponents.
Yeah,
From what I see at least. So now when they're out of the way, at least for now, I
yeah,
think
for now.
we should be fine.
Yeah, we just had Melia in the interview, talking about like the team chemistry being kind of off today, since they had a tank ringer and so on. Do you think if they play their regular lineup and they get a bit better at the coordination stuff, they could be a threat for you guys?
Uh, I, I honestly don't think so. I think we still beat them even if they have their main roster. I think some of their players might as well have like a mental block against us as well. So I think we have like a bit of an advantage there.
All right.
I think we're just more like, I mean, we play together longer as well, so we have like more chemistry.
Yeah.
We're more locked in, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta love to see the confidence coming out. Is there maybe anyone from a team you want to specifically shout out today? Someone who's been performing very well, or maybe has just keeping the comps clean and stuff?
Um, I'd like to. I guess I'd give a shout out to Sobe. I really like playing with him. He's like the newest member of our team as well, but
I
he's
see.
like been a great addition. He's done a lot. Like his comps are great. If something, I think I don't know. I just gonna give him a like pat on the back since I don't think we should have given him more respect today. We should listen more. But I think he really played out of his man today. He
Yeah,
couldn't have done more.
that sounds pretty good. Well, we talked to Millie about his plans for the rest of the evening. So, what about you guys? Do you have anything planned, or you specifically? Do you have any plans, or you're just chilling for the rest of the evening?
I think we're gonna have a VOD review like right after this interview, and I think
Right?
after that we're all just off to our own, just doing whatever, grinding rank maybe, watching a movie, whatever, you know.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. Is there anything you just want to point out on stream? Anything you want to say? Something you want to reach out through the world or whatever?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
Exactly.
Well, I can't say anything's crossing my mind just now. I suppose for all the people screaming 4-5, I don't know. Watch out for a team named Reborn. I'm their head coach, so they're improving a lot, you know.
Ah,
Gotta
All right.
careful of them.
All right, all right. We're gonna watch out. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
All right. Then thank you for joining the interview. Thank you for playing today to your whole team as well. And good luck in the rest of the tourney for you guys.
Thank you very much. All right, see you, lads.
See ya.
thanks, Zoro. See you around, man. All right. There you go.
That's about it.
That's a good wrap, right? I would say that there's been a little bit of fire going on here with Zoro's confidence in the team. I mean, they have been delivering. They have all the right to be confident. And I would also understand this as a challenge toward every team out there who thinks that can beat Supershy. Specifically, of course, the Lootbox Legends with their full roster, with a little bit of practice in. And maybe Semper Fusion, of course, out to those. Well, let's see if you can handle the beast. If you can handle Supershy, it's definitely going to be an interesting rest of the tournament. But yeah, as
As
that,
you as you said, I was just about to say, like, the confidence coming out from Supershy, coming out from Zoro, like, it is something you just have to present right now. Like, you are up 2-0. You've been clean sweeping both matchups you've had today, and probably have beaten your toughest opponent of the tourney today. Like, you just have to show the opponents that you are capable of winning and that you are confident in winning.
Yep. You need to keep up the pace and make sure that you don't fumble anything because
Yes,
of
sir.
course now everybody's going to look at you, and if you cross something up, people will look at it. Oh, Supershy. May they be vulnerable? Of course, that is what you don't like. You don't want that pressure on your shoulders. But we'll see. It's still a long tournament. Supershy has been looking great, and of course, everybody is gonna hunt them now. They have a target on their back,
Yeah.
but they will fight fiercely. We know that, and
Yeah.
we saw it today. But you know,
Exactly.
very thrilled. Very thrilled. Has been a good sesh, to be honest. Even though the game was well shorter than we hoped for, still high class Overwatch, absolute star players all
Yeah.
around. Interesting interviews as well. Thank you again to Melio and Zoro. And I would
Yeah.
say this wraps up the evening quite nicely. So thanks from me. Thanks for watching. Hope you had fun in today's session with these giants leashing out at each other. And of course, a big thank you to the crew behind the scenes. Yeah,
Exactly.
Aluka today on the produce, Lars on the observe, and our beloved Akiyami again in the mod, keeping everything clean in the chat. And of course to you, Mr. Yami OW. It has been again a joy casting alongside you. And of course, the last words, they belong to you, my friend.
Yeah, I can only give it back. I was very thrilled to be casting it today again. Can only, yeah, like I can only say the same thing you told right now. Like, the production crew, big shout outs. They are doing a lot of work behind the scenes, just organizing those interviews we got today, organizing everything you see on stream, like on a daily basis, and that while doing a lot in their private life as well. Like, you just gotta put some respect on their names. Yeah, I hope everyone has been enjoying the stream today as much as I did. I'm very thrilled to see the upcoming matches in the tournament, hoping that, as Melio said earlier, they are gonna improve and they are gonna deliver us a matchup, maybe a rematch of the match we saw today. Maybe in the playoffs, maybe in the grand finals. I would be stoked to see that. And yeah, I think we're off to a good evening, aren't we, Chris?
Absolutely. And also a little bit of a guest staring for those who do not know him. That is Raul, the little house dog keeping everybody safe and entertained. I've already seen some people that like him in the chat. So he definitely enjoyed the evening too. We will get some dinner and, well, see you guys then next time around.
Yeah. Enjoy your evening. I guess adios from Raul. And we're gonna see you around. GG's.
GG's.